has confirmed that all systems for the Axiom 4 mission launch are looking good as NASA, Axiom Space and SpaceX prepare for a 2:31 a.m. EDT noon IST liftoff on Wednesday for the 4th private astronaut mission to the International Space Station. So these are the live visuals that we are showing you. Axiom 4 mission all set to blast off, all set to lift off at 12:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time, which is the scheduled time. We are getting you these live visuals from the NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida for Axiom 4 launch at 12:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And in a post on X, SpaceX noted that weather conditions are 90% favorable for the scheduled launch on Wednesday evening, which is 24 minutes from now, 12:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time. All systems are looking good for Wednesday's launch of Axiom SpaceX AX-4 mission to the International Space Station, and the weather is 90% favorable for the liftoff. So, mission will be launched from Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. So, these are the live visuals we are showing you from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And talking about the significance, it holds much significance for India's space capabilities as the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft will be piloted by India's Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla after launching on the company's Falcon 9 rocket. And for Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, this is indeed a big opportunity to emulate fellow Indian Air Force officer, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, who flew aboard T-11 on April 3rd, 1984, that was 4 decades ago, as part of the Soviet Intercosmos program, becoming the first Indian in space. So, big opportunity there for Shubhanshu Shukla, and the group captain is all set to rewrite history. He is eyeing glory, and decks have been cleared for the mission liftoff at 12:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So, big leap in India's space sector. Shubhanshu Shukla set to become the second Indian in space and the first to visit the International Space Center. He eyes space glory. And Akshay Dongre has joined us again. Akshay, I was asking you, everything is good to go, about to lift off at 12:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time?
Well, seems like everything is on track, and after the last time when we saw there was an incident which delayed the liftoff on the earlier date because of a problem with the Falcon 9 rocket that is going to take all of these astronauts to the International Space Station. Now all of those problems have been resolved, and the fact that this is a human flight, all of the checks and balances have to be there. All of the verification of everything working fine has to be there, and that is why everyone is proceeding with a lot of caution as far as the liftoff is concerned. And even if a small snag is discovered, it is solved first, and then only the takeoff can begin. So as of now, the liftoff remains on track. It will take off at the same time as it was expected to today, and the docking at the International Space Station will take place tomorrow. We are expecting the flight to go well. Shubhanshu Shukla is an Indian Air Force pilot, test pilot, is going to be flying this rocket as well, as far as the entire journey is concerned. So all eyes are on the mission at the moment, but everyone is hoping for everything to be to go rather smoothly, so that this time around at least the liftoff takes place on time, and after that we can expect a tremendous knowledge to be gained by the Indian aeronautical sector as far as this human flight is concerned, because as you have rightly mentioned, this is a flight taking place after several decades. In 1984, it was our first astronaut that had gone to space, and this was the second time a human flight is taking place as far as an Indian astronaut is concerned. For the first time at the International Space Station, second time in the space. Everyone is hoping and rather praying for the flight to go very smoothly. Falcon 9 is a tried and tested rocket, so it's quite a reliable machine as far as these kind of liftoffs are concerned, and that is why it has been chosen, because human lives remain at stake whenever these kind of liftoffs take place, and that is why everything is being checked and cross-checked to ensure the safety of the astronaut and the safety of the mission as well. Barely few minutes from now, we will be the liftoff will be taking place, and after the initial phase is over, then finally everyone can hope for the mission to go rather completely smoothly, because the initial first minutes are going to be quite critical as far as the mission is concerned. It is always there whenever liftoff takes place, because of the complicalities involved in these kind of complex machineries. So everyone is hoping Falcon 9, so people have can let go of the stress, because this is quite a reliable rocket which has been used multiple times as far as these kind of liftoffs are concerned. But in our space ambitions, as far as India is concerned, this is going to be a milestone, and going to be quite significantly boosting India's own space missions, especially involving humans and space travel.
Absolutely. Propellant load of Axiom 9 space is taking place right now, and Axiom 4 mission, like you mentioned, Akshay, that it has run into multiple delays because of the weather first time around, and then due to leaks detected on SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, and later on the Russian module of the International Space Station. But yes, Akshay, if it is successful, it will be India's big cosmic leap, like I mentioned, if it is successful.
Well, of course, it is going to be a huge cosmic leap, because after 1984, this is for the first time a human will be going into space. So you can expect it's been about 4 decades that an Indian is going to space rather. And an Indian that is going to be sharing the expertise, sharing the experience, and all the knowledge that has been gained with the Indian space community. In fact, as far as the mission is concerned, 7 of the missions involve Indian research as far as the space is concerned. That involves muscle regeneration, compatibility of humans and computers in space. So all of the aspects that are quite crucial for space travel, for further of these liftoffs, for setting up other space stations in the future. These kind of information, or this kind of an experience is quite invaluable for any country that has space ambitions. We are all hoping for a speedy and safe liftoff, and as soon as the mission starts, we can expect the knowledge to be trickling in. This is going to be a 14-day mission in the space, and while it's just 14 days, the kind of knowledge that we are expecting to gain from this human space mission is going to be enormous.
All right, Akshay, stay with us. We'll come back to you. Meanwhile, Ratan Srivastav, space expert, also joins us. Welcome, sir. Welcome to DD India. Appreciate you giving us your precious time. First of all, sir, like we were discussing with our correspondent also, if it is successful, it will be a big cosmic leap in India's space sector. Tell us, just 15 minutes to go for the mission to lift off, and first few minutes will definitely be very crucial, and propellant load of Falcon 9 is underway. Tell us what must be going on right now. We are getting the live visuals also. What must be going on right now? Final checks must be taking place?
Yeah, thank you. I think, as you rightly said, this mission has been delayed for long, and it has gone through multiple checks to make sure that there's nothing left behind as far as leaks is concerned or the success of the mission is concerned. The crew is, as you know, is flying on Dragon capsule, which is on Falcon 9, which is a rocket which has done maximum number of flights, almost 400 flights they've done. So I think that as far as the crew is concerned, the crew has been in quarantine for almost a month, and they are well prepared. The final checks, of course, have been done by the scientists before the crew even entered the Dragon module. So at this point in time, I think the crew would be ready for the journey that is going to take place right now for the next 28 hours, because it's going to dock tomorrow around 4:30 p.m. India time. at the space station. And as you probably are aware, that the Dragon has an automatic docking mechanism. So therefore, all those mechanisms must have also been tested to ensure that the docking goes without a hitch, apart from the flight itself, which will take more than 28 hours. In addition, as you were being told by the anchor right now, that we're going to have several experiments being done over there. I think all those experiments which have India element in it, which is about 7 to 8 experiments which have India element into it, including trying to grow methi or fenugreek in space. Those things should be also on the mind of Group Captain Shukla.